Hello, entrepreneurs, artists, and creators. This is Dave Linhart with FounderDojo. So why did I create FounderDojo? Well, I created FounderDojo to help teach other entrepreneurs and product visionaries everything I've learned about finding product market fit, finding scalable business models, and building new products and new businesses from scratch. So the story goes, I was working in a co-working space in Chicago right around 2013, and it was the first time I had worked in a co-working space like that with a lot of other founders and entrepreneurs around. And I started introducing myself. I met a group of young entrepreneurs, and as they started to learn about my background, I'd created 5 startups at that point, and they were all successful. They wanted to meet for coffee, and I'd never mentored anyone before, so I was like, yeah, sure. Let's meet for coffee. And as they started to ask me questions, there was an old, Eastern proverb that popped into my mind, which was, give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. If you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for life. And by man, I mean man or woman or person. And that kind of stuck out of my mind as like, hey, I could answer your question about what I would do, but who cares what I would do? This is your business. Your job is to figure out what to do and to get answers to these questions yourself. So instead of giving my advice on what I thought they should do, I said, hey guys, would you want me to teach you? Would you be interested in me teaching you everything I've learned, and I could teach you my process that I follow? And they were kind of into it. So I put together what was essentially a 12-week course. We would get together once a week in a conference room. And the structure of me having to communicate my method to someone else really helped crystallize the process. It was the first time I'd ever done that. All my startups, I was a solo founder. My process for getting to product market fit was in my head, and having to teach it to other people and make it explicit really helped crystallize the process. And so that group of founders had success building businesses from scratch. Some of them are still running those businesses as profitable businesses. Others have made money. And so I started to realize, like, hey, this is helpful. This process that if I'm able to teach it to others, maybe more founders and more product visionaries can find a way to be successful. So I noticed that the same problem kind of exists within 2 different types of customers. There are, of course, entrepreneurs who are creating startups, actively working on startups, and they're trying to get traction with customers. Another way to say that is they're trying to find product market fit. And then the other group is a group of product managers who are working at established companies, typically a technology company or maybe a software company. And the problem there is the same. They're trying to figure out how to get traction with customers. So the reason I kind of connected these 2 groups is I had a conversation with a CEO of a software company in Texas, in Dallas, Texas. They had about 120, 130 employees, and there were 4 product managers on the team. And the CEO was expressing his concern or articulating the problem that they were facing as he saw it. And the problem was essentially, we're getting a lot of things done, that we're getting things off of our to-do list. The product managers and designers and engineers are accomplishing things, but the features that they're launching, the products that they're developing aren't moving the needle on business performance. We're spending all this money on CapEx, we're seeing no impact. And it struck me at that time that that's exactly the same problem. We're talking about getting traction with customers. So whether you're a product manager working at an existing company or whether you're an entrepreneur trying to get traction with your startup, it's exactly the same problem. And so our process, which we call insight-driven iteration, is the solution to that particular problem. And so I've put all that together into the Founder Sensei service and made it available to everybody, hopefully so that others can benefit from the process like I have. So this is why I created FounderDojo. I'm kind of taking everything I've learned after 26 years of building new technology products and new startups, and I'm making that available to everybody. And I hope it's helpful, and I hope it helps make a difference.